Test, test. All right. I don't know if this mic is on or not, but if it is, say yes. Yes. All right, great. I thank y'all for coming out tonight. You just heard from Quamon, Fowler and Gavin, Kelso. This was an original by the pianist Fredrick Sanders. Before that, it was a tune by Kenny Garrett in which you heard from Jonathan Mones, who left, and Fredrick Sanders. And now, my favorite thing that Quamon plays is the iwi. So I really wanted to do this. I'm a Monk fan, so I wanted to do some Thelonious Monk tonight. So we're going to go ahead and do Ask Me Now. We're going to do it a little different than what you're used to hearing, but it's still going to be soulful, and you're going to like it. All right. Before we, well, first, you heard from Quamon Fowler, Fredrick Sanders, a little bit of Jonathan Mones. He's killing tonight. The next tune we're going to do, I especially like. This is one of my favorite Betty Carter tunes. And I discovered a young lady in Fort Worth that could really sing it and make it swing without me having to work too hard. So that's the point of tonight. As you can tell, I picked the musicians that I don't have to do too much work, but I'm still having to work because their music is really hard to play. But I want to bring out, and I want everybody to give her a big round of applause for Miss Tatiana Mayfield. She's UNT alum. My bad. She's UNT alum too, so be happy about that too. One, two. 1, 2, 3.
I don't know where my man is. Where can he be? What is he doing? I've been looking and searching all over town, hoping he can be found from all the loose. But I don't dare take my advice. If you got a man, girl, hold on tight. Don't let him, don't let him, don't let him, don't hold on to him so tight.
Tess, I don't hear nothing. I told y'all. Tess, is it on? No? You can hear me though. Oh, there it is. I told y'all she can swing, right? I said it. All right, so we got one last tune, and before I get to that, because that's a story in that, I just want to give my thank yous right now. So when I came to Denton, there was a lot of craziness happening in my life, and the first person that I saw, and I didn't want to thank him first, I wanted to get to him last, but I guess I'll come back around and give him a thank you again. The first person I saw, he told me that, he said some stuff. I'm not going to repeat what he said, but it really helped me out. And this guy has really pushed me, even up until my lesson on Monday, when he tricked me and made me play really fast burning swing that I thought was slower than what it was, and I could play it. He is really a great educator, and I think that everybody needs to acknowledge that. And I really want to say thank you to him, because I'm always bothering him and making him mad in my lessons and with my bad habits. But I really want to thank you, Ed, because you really didn't have to put up with me. And if, just be honest, full disclosure, Ed was the guy that said you need to go back to Houston and mess with Sebastian Whitaker, who is like one of my biggest influences as far as how I play drums. And if it wasn't for him giving me that advice before I came to UNT, I probably wouldn't have even made the decisions that I made. So Ed really kind of helped me stay in the game. He didn't tear me down. He was the guy who, when I was like, I didn't make lab bands my first year here, but I want to make the top 3 bands. You think I can do it? He didn't say no. He was like, yeah, if you work hard. And so I just want to say thank you, Ed, for everything that you did, because you didn't have to. And then this brings me to my story. I have a little darling little young niece who I'm looking at right now. Her name is Jordan. She's over there in that corner over there. I love her to death. And my other niece, her godfather is this man with this saxophone right here, Quamon Fowler. And when I moved to Denton, I had no gigs. I had nothing, and Quamon called me for my first gig. And one of the songs that we played on the gig was written by this gentleman right here, Chuck Smith, on bass. And those two sat there on that gig and dealt with all the stupid things that I was doing and told me straight up, and didn't hurt me, but just was like, just keep it simple. And because of that, I have found more work. Because of what I'm doing here and what I did with these guys, I've found more work in this city and out of town. I've never played, worked as much as I have because of them. And then there's one other guy who would sit on gigs at Scat Jazz Lounge. He would even get up off the piano if I was making wrong choices with my compy. But he really stayed with me, and he also threw a lot of work at me, and his name is Fredrick Sanders, and he's on piano. You need to have mentors outside of school, and these three guys were big-time mentors to me, and I had to have them play on my recital. And then, of course, there's the nicest guy, but he's really funny and tells the truth, Carl Wagner on keyboard. He always tells the truth. And last but not least, because I know she's going to start crying one way or another, so I might as well get it out. And you know, when my father passed away, this woman, she raised 3 boys. Both of my brothers are here on her own. And she didn't take any slack. And we made it. We didn't do all the things a young man can do, like be on the streets and all that stuff. She kept us in the church and in the schoolhouse. So amen. And I just really want, that woman is like, that is like the queen of my life until I get married. Then that's what that is. But you know, and that is my awesome, my wonderful support system, my mother. She's over there. So y'all thank her. I wouldn't be here because of her. And then, I'm sorry, this is the last thing, and we're gonna play this tune. I have 2 dudes who used to stand on either side of me, and they really used to give me the business when I was a kid, and even now. And they're really hard on me, but for some reason now they're just like the nicest guys ever. But they used to be really rough when we was young, and I used to fight them a lot. That's kind of where my aggression comes from. And that's my 2 older brothers, Michael, who's right here, and my other brother, Julian, who's back there. So thank you, guys. Last tune of the night is written by Chuck Smith. I'm going to change snares, and then we're going to get out of here because I know y'all want to, you know, or maybe y'all don't. Maybe y'all want more grooving. I'll give that to you, too, for free. Amen. That's Chuck Smith on bass, Quamon Fowler on saxophone, Jonathan Mones saxophone, Paul Wagner keyboards, Fredrick Sanders on keyboards, Miss Tatiana Mayfield on vocals, and I'm Terence Hobdy. Good night. Gavin, Kelso on the bass.